In a warm, sun-drenched land, where the wind carried the scent of grapes and olive trees, there once lived a king whose name survived the passing of ages. A man admired, feared, and remembered to this very day. His name was Midas. But this is not just the tale of a wealthy king. It is the story of a man who discovered, far too late, that not every kind of shine is a blessing. Midas ruled the prosperous kingdom of Phrygia. Its walls were tall, its granaries full, and its people lived in peace. Yet inside the king's heart there lived something heavier than his crown, a quiet, deep, and dangerous obsession. Midas was fascinated by gold, not by wealth itself, but by the glow, by that golden reflection that lit up his eyes in a way that felt almost unnatural. If he could, he would turn the entire world into the metal he adored. One day, Midas's soldiers found an old man sleeping in the royal gardens, drunk, smiling crookedly, singing in his sleep. This old man was Silenus, companion of the god Dionysus. Midas treated him kindly, offering wine, food, rest, and laughter. Silenus stayed at the palace for days, telling ancient tales and making even the king forget his obsession for a while. When Dionysus learned that his friend had been treated with such hospitality, he appeared before Midas to thank him, and he said, "Midas, I will grant you any wish, whatever you desire." The king didn't think. He didn't hesitate. His heart had already chosen long before, "I want everything I touch to turn into gold." Dionysus closed his eyes for a moment. He knew what such a wish would bring, but a promise is a promise. And so the power was given. At first it felt like a miracle. Midas touched a stone, gold; a dry branch, gold; an apple, solid, perfect, gleaming gold. The king laughed, a wild, childlike laugh. It was the world he had always dreamed of, or so he believed. And while Midas is still dazzled by this unbelievable power, take a moment to follow the channel and like this video. It truly helps me bring more epic stories like this one straight to you. The next morning, Midas woke up hungry. He picked up a piece of bread, and it turned to gold. He tried to drink wine, but the liquid hardened before reaching his lips. His joy vanished. The golden gift had begun to reveal its price. But nothing was as cruel as what happened next. His daughter, the only light of his life, ran to him, worried by his distress. She opened her arms. Midas stepped back in horror. But too late. The moment her tiny hands touched him, she became a statue. Perfect, beautiful, and unbearably cold, made of pure gold. The king collapsed to the floor. He screamed. He begged. He wept. Everything he had ever wanted meant nothing now. Raising his arms to the heavens, he cried, "Dionysus, take this from me. I don't want gold. I don't want anything. I just want my daughter back." The god appeared, this time with a solemn expression. "Midas, now you finally understand. Not everything that glitters is life." Dionysus commanded him to go to the River Pactolus, to plunge his hands into its waters, and let his greed wash away. Midas ran, fell to his knees by the riverbank, and plunged his hands into the cold flowing water. And the golden curse was pulled from him, carried away by the current. When he returned to the palace, his daughter breathed again, alive, human, and he held her tighter than ever before. That day, Midas learned that the most precious gold in the world does not come from touch, but from the heart. And if you want to hear more complete legends like this one, make sure to follow the channel, like this video, and leave a comment. That's what keeps these stories alive and allows me to tell the next one.